Are you considering relocating to the Raleigh area and you've heard of the suburb Fuquay-Varina and you're wondering, is this a good town for my family and I to move to? We were actually in the same situation 5 years ago when my family and I relocated from Southern California. Now we were looking for a town, we were in the big city, wanted to get away from all the hustle and bustle. And a lot of people were telling us about Fuquay-Varina being the next big thing. Not only was there a lot of opportunity for growth and development and space from all the hustle and bustle, but it was a town with a lot of Southern charm. And I don't know about you, but when I was researching relocating here, I had envisioned a house with a porch with my rocking chair, sipping on some tea, not sweet tea because I don't like sweet tea, but if you love sweet tea, it's definitely Hey y'all, welcome to the channel or welcome back. I'm Brandy Niemergut, a local real estate agent right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Your connection to all things real estate and all things Raleigh. If this is your first time to the channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button and tap that little bell so you'll be notified every time we drop a new video. Not only do we love making these videos, we also love helping you with your real estate needs. So if you have any questions about relocating to the area, the number on your screen is my number and email. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I'd be happy to chat. Now, when a lot of people call me to move to this area, they say they're looking for a city that has good schools for their kids, something that's convenient. They don't want to be sitting in rush hour traffic, a place where they can feel connected and get involved in the community and make friends, being close to shops and grocery stores, all the conveniences, and a place that has parks and outdoor activities for the family to have some fun. So today we're going to be looking at these 5 things and reasons why people are choosing and absolutely loving to live in Fuquay-Varina. If you want to know more about that information, stay tuned because we're at it next. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. We're going to get started with schools. Now, Fuquay-Varina is part of the Wake County school system. And according to niche.com, it gives schools an A-. Now, in the last few years, Fuquay actually has built 2 new schools. We have Willow Springs High School, which they built that one because the Fuquay High School was starting to get really old. Once that school was open, they tore down the old Fuquay High School and they built a new one. Not only are there good public schools here, you also have your option of charter schools and private schools as well. A lot of times you'll hear it referred to as either just Fuquay or Fuquay-Varina. And fun fact, the reason why is because it used to actually be 2 towns, the town of Fuquay and the town of Varina. And they were eventually merged together, which now is Fuquay-Varina. So there's actually 2 downtowns. They're about 1 mile apart from each other. And when you're driving down there, you'll actually see a sign that says downtown Fuquay and downtown Varina. So a lot of times people will get confused and say, I thought it was Fuquay-Varina, but there's 2 separations. So it's pretty cool. You get 2 downtowns in one, and over the years, it's really become a vibrant community. Now, an interesting fact about Fuquay, it used to be a vacation destination for the mineral springs that were thought to have healing powers. And a farmer that owned the property, his last name was Fuquay, actually discovered this spring while he was farming. As him and his family were drinking this water, they started feeling really good. So he started to share with other people within the town. Before you knew it, everybody was wanting to come over. So in the early 1900s, people were actually taking picnic trains and having lunch, going over there and wading through these mineral springs in order to get healed. And another fun fact, the farmer, Mr. Fuquay, would actually bottle up the water and ship it and sell it so that other people could feel as good as they were. They even built a hotel and some shops to accommodate all the people that were coming here. And today, there's actually still a hotel there that's named after the mineral springs. It's pretty cool because to this day, you can actually go to the park and visit these mineral springs. Now they have the main spring covered up, but you still have a little spout that has the water coming out and fills up the stream. And there's actually a museum there that you can go and see the original schoolhouse It's a 2-room house. It's been really well preserved. They also have a jail there on site. So it's really cool. If you love history like me, definitely go check that out. Now, I know I mentioned that a lot of people came and visited. A lot of the shops that were built in the area accommodated all these visitors and vacationers that were coming in, and this helped with the overall economy of the town. Fuquay has a mix of some newer buildings along with some historical ones, which has encouraged businesses to come in and invest. Now, don't let Broad Street fool you. It may be small, but it's definitely mighty. It has a vibrant feel, and there's a lot of great places to eat and shop. Now, we've talked before about how the pandemic has really changed our world and the way that people live and work. And more businesses and their employees have gone to remote working. And studies have found this expands the talent pool, employees are more productive, company costs are down, and workers don't lose hours commuting back and forth to work. Going forward, there'll be more people working from home than ever before. Now, what's really cool about the neighboring city of Holly Springs, they've actually started doing something similar to what the Research Triangle did back in the day, but of course, on a lot smaller scale. And this is really gonna impact the lives of Fuquay-Varina and Holly Springs. Now, Holly Springs and Fuquay-Varina is kind of like Cary and Apex as far as being close together. In fact, downtown Fuquay and downtown Holly Springs is only approximately 10 minutes away from each other. The great news about Holly Springs being next door is they've built an infrastructure and their own research park that has become a global biotech hub. Now, the Holly Springs Business Park is home to Syracuse, the #1 flu manufacturer in the world, and Fujifilm is also here, and there's roughly 25 to 200 acres of greenfield property that are still available that will put Holly Springs in a position to bring more large biopharmaceutical companies to Holly Springs. So this once sleepy town is now attracting world-class companies to this area. So while the percentage of people working from home will remain higher than pre-COVID numbers, there are still a lot of people that want to work in person, and especially in these fields like biotech. So being so close to Fuquay, that'll really help people that are wanting to work in those places. In early 2023, in Fuquay-Varina, the average median home price is about $460,000. Now, depending if you're doing a new construction spec home, or if you're getting to pick your own upgrades, it could cost you more or less, but you'd get a home that looks something like this. And if you're doing a resale home, you'll be looking at a home about like this. I think we will continue to see prices rise between the development of the research park in Holly Springs and the economic growth that brings and the great green spaces. Now, when it comes to Greenways, Fuquay has some really great space, especially for the size of the population here, which is about 39,000 residents. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck is a greenway? What's nice about Greenways, Fuquay has actually paved trails that wrap around the natural landscape so you can walk, run, bike, walk your dogs. Now, in California where we lived, it was a very bike-friendly, sidewalk-friendly city where you can actually, walk from your house and your neighborhoods into town and shops and not have to worry about being in the traffic. Well, out here, there's not a lot of sidewalk to walk in to go from the neighborhoods to the towns. So a lot of the towns here have created these greenways so you could actually drive and park and not have to worry about all the busy traffic, the noise, and you can just really enjoy focusing on your walk and nature. It's just, greenways are everything out here. Currently, Fuquay has about 12.5 miles of walkable trails. And what's nice about Fuquay is creating additional walkways for the community. And there's about 500 acres of green space. And I love the park area that has the big splash zone. By now, I think you're starting to see some of the reasons why people have fallen in love and moved here to Fuquay-Varina. If you found this information helpful, please click the like button so others like you can find this information as well. And as I mentioned before, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, we would love to have you. And if you're interested in buying or selling or relocating to Raleigh or any of the surrounding suburbs, feel free to give me a call. Here's my number and my email. You can call, text, however you want to get a hold of me. I got your back when relocating to Raleigh, North Carolina. Till next time, I'll see y'all later.